Hello everyone, welcome back to another Umamusume video. Well, today is for 12. So that means it is time to get ready for our next upcoming trainee. It would seem everything is dying down. The true, I suppose, first anniversary has officially basically concluded since in the middle halfway of the dance event. So we're gonna experience some normalcy, but also we're gonna be experiencing some new support cards and new trainees still. So let's go over Nishino Flower. Nishino Flower has a stab bonus in speed and power, both of them being 15%. Her aptitude is towards turf with an F in dirt. She can run sprint mile with a E in medium and G in long, and her strategy is pace and light with an F in the front and G in end. Unique skill is Budding Blossom. If the user engaged in a challenge on a mid-race corner, increase acceleration when well positioned late race, at least halfway through the final corner. Finally, her innate skills are straightaway Adept, Acceleration, and Straight Descent. When you start awakening her skills at level 2, you get Sprinting Gear. At level 3, you'll get Beeline Burst. At level 4, you get Late Surge at Corners. And at level 5, you'll get Determined Descent. Beeline Burst can evolve into Flurry Dash by winning any G1 race 5 times. Flurry Dash at a random point on a random straight, your speed will increase and your stamina will slightly recover. Beeline Burst can also turn into a Petal's Bravery. You need to trigger a special training event and select the first choice. Since we don't have this yet, I just won't go over it yet. But I will still take a look-see and see what training that event that is still. And then you need to get at least 5 speed type skills. A Petal's Bravery. At a random point on a random straight, your speed will greatly increase. And finally, Determined Descent turns into Large Petaled Resolution by having 800 speed, 800 power, and at least 2 pace aptitude skills. This is for pacers, of course. At a random point on any downhill, your acceleration will increase. Simple. Skills from events include Firm Conditions, Corner Adept, Updrafters, Shifting Gears, Steadfast, and Head On. When you're running the objectives for her normal career, after the junior make debut, you'll head into the Hanshin Juvenile Phillies, and she'll take part in the Triple Tiara for the most part, the first 2 races at least, the Okusho and the Japanese Oaks. After that, you'll enter the Sprinter Stakes, and basically that's the end of your classic class objectives, so be sure to get into anything you need to get into before we enter the Takamatsu no Miyakinen in the senior class. After that, you'll enter the Milers Cup. After the Milers Cup, the Yasuda Kinen, ending it off again at the Sprinters Stakes. Okay. For secret events, she has 3. The first secret event: by winning the Hanshin Juvenile Phillies Okusho Milers Cup, Yasuda Kinen, Mile Championship Classic, and Senior, you'll get 15 speed, 15 power, 15 wit, an Updrafter Synth +2, and Shifting Gears +2. If you win the Queen Elizabeth II Cup, you'll lose 15 energy, get a random stat +10, and 20 speed with 45 skill points and a hint towards Steadfast. And finally, winning the Takarazuka Kinen in your senior year will lose you the 15 energy, a random stat will get +10, 20 stamina, and 45 skill points, with the head-on hint +1. That is all for her secret events. Before we get into her epitaph, let's go look at that specific training event for the Evolve skill. We have found it. Okay, let us continue here. This event can occur multiple times, and the value will change depending on how many times this has occurred. So basically, you'll have a chance between 2 options. The top one will give you 5 stamina on the first time, 10 stamina and 5 guts on the second time, 10 energy, 10 stamina, and 10 guts on the third time with a corner adept hint +2. But if you don't want to do this for whatsoever, because you definitely have that choice, you can prematurely end it on the first go to get 10 energy back, but if you don't want to end it on the first go, you can definitely end it on the second go to get 15 energy, an extra 5, if it so pleases you. And of course, on the third node, well, you have no choice but to really go into corner getting the third one. For that corner, adept hint +2. Okay. That should be all for Nishino Flower, the trainee. She, overall, I think she's pretty neat. You can run her as pacer or late, so she isn't truly debilitated by the current lack of very good late options. That isn't just Christmas Ogre, I suppose. Okay. Let's go over Epitaph, and then we'll go over our new support cards. Nishino Flower's specific epitaph towards her is Little Genius. Nishino Flower only, inherit memories from parents that did not win any G1 races. And then win the Hanshin Junao Phillies, Okusho, and Sprinter Stakes twice. Yeah, Sprinter Stakes twice. And then earn at least 100,000 fans within the Classic class. So specifically, the first real year, you need to get at least that many fans to truly lock in this Little Genius, on top of not having a single G1 race win to any of your parents' name. So it's really not in the way, but also it's not very it's not that impossible to get. So that's for you Nishino Flower fans out there, I suppose. Let's go over the new support cards, shall we? Starting off with our new Daiwa Scarlet's SSR support card. She is still power. At level 50, when you max her out, this is what she'll do you for you. Her unique effect is gain power bonus 2 when bond gauge is at least 80. She has a friendship bonus of 35, additional friendship gauge of 30, a race bonus of 10, a fan bonus of 20, hit level 2, hit frequency of 30, a stamina bonus of 1, and initial power of 30. Her support hints are competitive spirit, preferred position, prepared to pass, pace chaser corners, and straight descent. The stat gain you get will be 2 stamina and 6 power. From her main events, you can get feature act, up tempo, neck and neck, and stamina to spare. Neck and neck, I'm pretty sure is the head on. Yeah, head on gold skill. On the first node, you have a choice between 10 stamina and a feature act hint +2, or 10 power and up tempo hint +2. On the second node, you get 20 skill points, and on the third final node, you'll get 15 power, 15 wit, and the neck and neck hint +1. On the random events, you can pick between 10 wit, or getting a mood up, and 15 skill points, or a stamina to spare hint +1, or you can get 20 energy back and a mood up. That is Daiwa Scarlet power. I mean, let's take this at a base level stance. When you first get her, she will be at least 5% race bonus. So if you're truly lacking in the power department and all you really have is Marvelous Sunday, I suppose she does give you at least 5. And I guess for pace chasers, she is kinda okay. Not as good as I would say that the free-to-play Daiwa is pretty good for the fact that you have a chance to get a gold stamina skill. And I think that's just nice to have, because even if it's not the gold, you still get a decent amount of hint towards the silver. That's just my opinion. Let me know. Maybe you're just a fan of Daiwa Scarlet. If you're a fan, go for her. I'm not supposed to be the one that stops you. You're supposed to be the one to make your own decision. Okay. Finally, we are not done. We actually have a new SR this time. We have a new SR in Sweep Tosho. Sweep Tosho is now getting a Wit variant. When you max out this SR at level 45, her unique effect is increases the effectiveness of training together by 5% and increases Wit, initial Wit when beginning a career by 20. Which is friendship bonus of 25. Initial speed of 25, race bonus of 10, a fan bonus of 20, and wit friendship recovery of 4, initial friendship engagement of 10, specialty priority of 35, training effectiveness of 5, and a wit bonus of 1. Her strategy, well, not strategy, support hints is end closer savvy, after school stroll, end closer corners, slipstream, prudent positioning, I can see right through you, murmur, and with a stat gain of 6 wit and 5 skill points. From events, you'll get specifically trick, rear, and subdued end closers and end closers straightaways. On her first node, you get 30 skill points in the trick rear hint plus 2. On the second final node, you have the choice of getting the subdued end closers hint plus 2, or you can get the end closer straightaways plus 2. The bottom choice with the end closer straightaways will give you 10 speed, and the top choice with the subdued end closers will give you 10 wit. The random events, if you haven't used the original Sweep Tosho before, whether it be R or SR speed, will get you 10 energy and 5 speed, or you can lose 10 energy, get 20 speed. And finally, the last random event she has, you can pick the top option to lose either 15 energy and get 40 skill points, or lose 20 energy, get 40 skill points. And finally, the bottom option will get you just the charming status, a pretty nice status, I'd say so myself. That's Sweep Tosho. So, Sweep Tosho is a unique case. I think this card is pretty nice. At level 25, she's going to give you that initial 5% race bonus. So if you're really out of options for, your wit carry, it's pretty nice to pick from. On top of that, she maxes out at 10. I'm pretty sure the only other one to do that is Agnes Tachyon. Yeah, I think the Agnes Tachyon wit one does. This is just off my head. And of course, her support hints are very nice for your end closers with after school stroll, end closer savvy, end closer corners, slipstream, and now that we have from the events, end closer straightaways. But on top of that, it is also a decent option, I suppose, if you want to guarantee the subdued end closers from the skill events. A lot of the debuffers out there, really, you can really just choose to hate end closers, you can choose to hate front runners. It's all up to the user. Okay, well that's all for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Good luck on all your summonings. Tell me if you're going to be going for Nishino Flower. Tell me if you're going to be going for Daiwa Scarlet and Sweep Tosho. Honestly, any input is nice. I would love to know. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!